What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Libra Sun sign friends. If you were born between the dates of September 23rd and October 22nd, then you are a Libra Sun sign, and this video is for you. In today's reading, we're going to be doing a look at the month ahead for the month of November. This spread is going to tell us what past, present, and future energies are surrounding you, what to hold on to and what to let go of in the upcoming month, what obstacles and lessons you're likely to face in the upcoming month. So basically, it's designed to give you the leg up on the month of November so that you can make it the best month possible. Let me introduce you to some of my crystal friends. I've got my sodalite sphere here, as I always do for every reading. I also brought along a moonstone egg. I thought this would give us some nice boost to the psychic ability. And I also brought tanzanite, which is a great third eye stone and brings a lot of energy to the table. So that's why I brought those. Today we're going to be using the Super 8-Bit Tarot. This is a tarot deck that's themed in video game culture. I love it so much. It's very colorful and vibrant and fun. So it's going to be a fun reading. If you want to learn more about this deck, I have a deck review of this on my channel, which I'll put a link to in the card. But now, if you'll give me a moment to center myself and ask the tarot cards a question, what are the energies surrounding Libra Sun signs for the month of November? Alright, that should do it. Cut the deck, and we'll deal them out. Alright, and while we're at it, we're going to consult the Keepers of the Light Oracle. We're going to ask it what spiritual message it has for Libra Sun signs for the month of November. What spiritual message for Libra Sun signs in the month of November? And we'll take a look at this card at the end. Alright, so let's see what we've got here. I see one major arcana, a couple of court cards. Interesting. What I'll do is I'll look at these cards individually, then we'll take a look at them as a whole. So we'll start with this card over here. This card represents the energies of October, the predominant energy in the month of October. And we've got the Four of Pentacles, or coins, in this deck. It's a video game deck, so there's coins. The feeling I'm getting from this card is that October was a month for a lot of you to be focused on work, be focused on money, and be just kind of like maybe a little bit too focused. I feel some negativity coming from this card as maybe you kind of forgot about spirituality a little bit in the month of October. Maybe you weren't paying enough attention to your emotions or your feelings in the month of October. Maybe your social life took a little bit of a hit in the month of October because of your focus on the physical aspects of the world, of possessions, of money, that sort of thing. The Pentacles represents anything you can kind of physically touch. So, I get the feeling that October was a month for you to just really be focused. And you know, that's a good thing if you're trying to increase your bank account, that's good. But we definitely want more balance in our lives. But maybe, you know, you're focused on this for a reason, and that's fine. I mean, I'm not trying to say it was a negative month, you know what I mean? It's what you needed at the time, clearly. But looks like we do have movement and transition, because as we look at this card here, which represents the present current energies, we've got the Queen of Cups, and this is a definite move towards the emotional side of things. And I get the feeling that right now, maybe some of that energy from October is wearing off, and you're starting to get more in touch with your emotions and the way that you feel and the way you experience things. So I think that you know, getting in touch with your emotions has brought in like a kind of a new phase for a lot of you Libra friends, and this phase of focusing on the physical is kind of coming to a close. And as we look to this card here, which represents the energies of next month, the energies of November, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. And this leads me to believe that things are going to get a little bit chaotic in November. Things are going to shift, and there's going to be kind of a significant change as far as the energy surrounding you. So November seems like a little bit more of a turbulent time where things are not necessarily known. There's going to be things that come up in November that you don't necessarily have control over, which will seem to like affect you in various ways, but that you can't really change. At least that will be the perception. So November is going to be a little bit more of a chaotic time than you saw in October, which could be good. We have this negative connotation with the word chaos, but I don't mean chaos in the sense that it's going to be violent upheaval. I just mean it's going to be very, busy, and a lot of fast-moving energy is the feeling I'm getting. So with no hint of negativity do I say there's going to be a lot of chaos, right? I don't mean chaos in terms of violence and destruction. I mean just in terms of just things going all over the place. Okay, so November is going to be a turbulent time in possibly a good way. We'll see what the other cards have to say about it. This card here represents what you should hold on to in the month of November, and we've got the Three of Wands. Give me a moment with this one. All right, so this card is saying that what you should hold on to in November is kind of a forward-thinking attitude. When we think about our goals and the things that we want to achieve, it's one thing to just think about them and really plan and plot and strategize, and that's necessary. But action has to go in as well. You can't just have action, and you can't just have planning. You have to have both of these things to really move forward, to create and to manifest. And that's what this card is saying, is like, yes, there needs to be some planning, but also you have to realize that once that planning is pretty much done, you got to go out there and do the work. You got to put the action in. So I think this card is saying that in November you need both of those elements. You need to have a solid foundation as far as what you know to do, but you also have to have the energy and the impulse, and follow your intuition to know what to do, and you got to do it. So the secrets or whatever it was told us that you just think of a brand new car and it'll come, but that's not true. Yes, you have to think of the brand new car. Yes, you have to put that intention out. Yes, you have to have a plan, but you also have to put the work in, and that's what this card is telling you to do in the month of November, is that you're going to need a well-rounded approach to manifest and to create. All right, this card here represents the biggest hurdle you're likely to face in the month of November, and we've got the Page of Wands. Okay, I think the urge to just go out there and be adventurous, be spontaneous, just do things kind of impulsively, I think the urge for that is going to get in your way a little bit, because like we said, you need to do some planning, and if you're just going to be impulsive, then you've foregone the plan, which is probably planning to fail. Right? Failure to plan, planning to fail, right? So this card is saying that your hurdle is going to be impulsiveness. It's going to be you just saying, oh, I want to just have this urge or this tick to just go out there and just do something. And this card is saying that kind of mentality might hurt you this month. I mean, usually if you have an adventurous attitude, I mean, that's a positive thing. And yes, it is a positive thing, but for some reason, the card is saying that in November, you want to avoid that, or at least not necessarily avoid it, but if you are going to be adventurous and spontaneous, at least, formulate a plan while you're doing it, right? Don't just go blindly into any situations. So gung-ho is good, but try to formulate a plan. Try to have an idea of what's coming next, so that you're not lost out there, right? I know it's vague. I'm sorry, it's vague. This is a general overall reading, and so you got to figure out how these cards apply to you, basically. All right. This card here represents what to let go of in the month of November. We've got the Seven of Swords, and the message here is very clear. You have to be honest with yourself and with others, but especially with yourself. I think we have these delusions, and our ego mind, it seems like, is like intentionally trying to delude us a lot of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. At least in my experience, my ego mind tells me things that aren't true. tells me things that are self-sabotaging, and tells lies to other people and deceit, and being open and honest and exposed is the real way forward. That's how you live in the light. And if you're going to be deceitful, if you're going to be manipulative, if you're going to lie, then it's kind of negative energy that you're bringing upon yourself. You're bringing upon others who are in your sphere of negativity, and it's something that you should let go of in the month of November. I think honesty is going to be very important this month, but especially honesty with yourself and being true to yourself, and realizing your abilities and your inefficiencies. And is that the right way to say it? Inefficiencies? Your deficiencies. How about that? We'll go with that. Your deficiencies. So that you're honest with yourself, so that you can formulate a better plan. If you're aware of your deficiencies, then you can make a plan that kind of plays to your strengths, right? But if you're just going to go out there haphazardly, then you might run into some problems as far as your own deficiencies are concerned. So honesty is going to be very important. Honesty is the best policy this month, in the month of November, my Libra friends, because it's going to help you so many ways, and it's going to help you live a more positive life if you try to cut out lying and manipulating as much as possible this month and every month. Okay. This card here represents the energies of the people around you in the month of November. Yes, individuals in your life can have different energies, but this card represents the energies of people as a whole, as a group in your life. We've got the Ace of Cups. I think there's going to be some new emotions coming through, and the people in your life are going to either, have a new emotion that's, you haven't felt in a while, and they're going to rub off on you, I think, and you might feel this energy, by proxy. Or they may spark this energy in you in a whole different way, but either way, I do feel some new emotions coming on here, and these could be positive, they could be negative. I mean, it's up for you to decide, really, right? Everything, in my opinion, everything in the universe is neutral, and we put meaning to it, and then it becomes what it is, because we're creating our reality. So, if you get cancer, you can see it as a negative thing, you can see it as a positive thing, but in reality, it's just a neutral thing. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that the people in your life are going to bring a new energy, and I think this is exciting. I think this is interesting. I think, new emotions bring excitement. So I do get the feeling that the people in your life are going to bring some excitement. They're going to bring something new and refreshing, which is going to be good. So definitely, if you're called to spend time with friends or family, go forth and do so, and enjoy their company and enjoy the new emotions that they're bringing. Just realize that if they are negative emotions that they're bringing to you, you got to protect your energy. You got to put up your shields. You got to do whatever you do, especially if you're an empath, so that you don't pick up on them and they don't rub off on you. But if they're happy energies, I guess it's okay to let them rub off on you. Just protect your energy regardless, either way, so that your energetic field is yours and theirs is theirs. All right, this last card here represents the biggest lesson you're likely to learn in the month of November, and we've got Temperance. Oh, this card is all about balance, and you know what? That's kind of been the theme of this reading. Balance between, having a plan and having action. Balance between your emotions and your thoughts and the materialistic world. And I think that's what's going to be kind of the theme for you guys in the month of November, is finding that balance between, the things that I just said, and having emotions, but also not getting carried away with emotions. Being honest and having a plan and putting energy into that plan. And it's all about balance. It's all about finding that even keel. And I think that's going to be kind of your quest in the month of November, is to bring more balance to your life. I do feel like, looking back at these cards now, like October was kind of an off-balance month for you guys. You're focused on, I don't know, you kind of went off the trail a little bit, and you went towards the miserly energy. I hate to use the word miserly because then you think of Scrooge or whatever, but I don't mean like that extreme, but definitely a focus on money to the point where, or not necessarily money, it could be diets, it could be anything, but a focus on it to the point where you kind of lost track of some things. But I do see you guys getting back on track now at this time with the Queen of Cups, a lot more attention being paid to your emotions, and that's a great great thing. But moving into November, I think things are going to change for you, and whatever you're feeling now is not the way you're going to feel in November, not by a long shot. I think things are going to change drastically. But to make sure that November's working for you, you guys have to formulate a plan, and you have to be willing to put the action into that plan. You can't have one thing or the other. Don't be so impulsive that you just jump into the deep end without looking. You're going to need to take things cautiously, but still have that gung-ho attitude, right? I think that's, the balance that we're talking about. Being cautious, but also being very energetic and aggressive, right? And one way to help you to do this is to try to cut out any lying and manipulating, any that you possibly can from your life, because it's not really serving you. It's kind of bringing you downwards, and I think the goal here is to go upwards. So, any lying and manipulating, if you feel yourself doing it this month, clip that in the bud. Don't let it get out of control, because we don't want lying and manipulating this month or any month. And the people around you are going to bring a nice new energy and a new emotion, which, it could be bad, it could be good, depending on how you want to look at it. But overall, I think the biggest advice for this is just to protect your energy. Make sure that your energy is yours. And find that balance this month, and I think you're going to be doing just great, Libra friends. Yeah, it's, striking a chord between emotions, spirituality, intuition, and the world around us, the physical world. So you balance those four things out, and I think you're going to have a great month. So before we go, we asked the Keepers of the Light Oracle what spiritual message it had for Libra sun signs in the month of November, and we've got Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. Move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. And that goes along with the Three of Wands here, I think. I'm feeling that the divine alchemy, to me, is about exactly what I've been saying. It's about manifestation. It's about seeing it in your mind. It's about setting the intention. Then it's about putting the work in. And I think that's what alchemy is. I think it's the combination of those three things put together. And I think that's what you're going to be asked to do this month. If you want to create, if you want to manifest, you're going to have to find that divine alchemy. You're going to have to find that balance. It's no good just to have action. It's no good just to have intention. It's no good just to have imagination. You need all of those things. All of those things. And, the current challenge of distraction is something that you've worked through, I think, in October. And I think in November, you're going to, complete that process. You're going to work through it a little bit more. And I think it's going to be a month for you to focus on really creating and manifesting and making the life that you want. So remember, in that quest, you need to have a balance, and you need to plan, you need to follow your intuition, you need to put in work to get your goals accomplished. All right, Libra friends, that is the reading. I hope you got something out of that. Remember, this is a general overall reading. Not everything's going to apply to everyone, but if you want a specific reading where I tap into your energies, then head on over to my Etsy shop. There's a link in the description below. You can just click on that, get sent over there, and check out all the various types of readings that I do. We can work together to get to the bottom of any problem, issue that you might have. So I'd appreciate it if you go check that out. If you like this video, please consider hitting that like button. It lets me know that you enjoyed it and you got something out of it, and I'd love to hear from you. As if you have anything to say about this reading, put those in the comment section below. And if you really enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. I release these videos pretty regularly. You don't want to miss out on all the fun action over here on the Light of Riga channel. All right, guys? So I thank you, Libra friends, for tuning in. You're going to have a great month. You're going to find some balance this month, and I think you're going to head into the new year, into the rest of the year with more balance in your lives. And that's a perfect thing to be doing. All right? So have a great month. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.